shook hands, and now they take up their positions. The Tamworth fans away to my right just get a little of a round of applause from one or two of the Tamworth players, and I'll give you their team first. Tony Breeding in goal, the ex-Leamington lad, and across the back they'll play with four, with Tate, Regan, Courtney and Boro. Tate will be the skipper for Tamworth. Across the middle, Marcus Kelly, Lloyd Kerry, Lee Hendry, of course, the former Villa player, George Baldock will go out to the right, and up front it's Cunnington and Tommy Wright. For Nuneaton then, Bang McNamara comes in for Adam Smith. We understand that Smith has a finger injury, which isn't as serious as first thought, so he's missing. Then across the back they'll go with Cartwright, Delroy Gordon, who's recovered from that, well, it looked like either a thigh strain or a groin strain that he came off just before half-time, of course, at Macclesfield. Gavin Cowan back from suspension, no Gazdean, as we've mentioned, and Stephen O'Halloran, who's settled well at left-back. Across the middle then, John Adams, who had an impressive game against Macclesfield. Connor Taylor out on the right, Simon Forsdick, the skipper, in the middle, and Adam Walker to the left. Up front, Danny Newton and Andy Brown on the bench. Then Nuneaton have Armson, James, York and Daniel Sleeth. No recognised defender there, really. Tom James, you would argue, could come in at left-back, of course. He has done that before. The subs for Tamworth, Marshall, Till, Healy, Odgie, Sam Odgie, that's a name familiar to some of us, and Moki, or Moke, not quite sure how that is. Nuneaton go into a little bit of a huddle. Ben McNamara, who went out on loan for about 58 seconds and then got recalled from Barwell as soon as Smith picked up that injury a week or so ago. Games coming up for Nuneaton include Alfreton on Saturday here at Liberty Way, and then on the 2nd they have the return fixture against Tamworth. And from there on in, it'll be, well, one or two difficult games and some very winnable games against clubs around them. I think we'll see Nuneaton kick off. They'll kick from left to right, and they'll have the Nuneaton fans behind them. The game's segregated, and as Matt Davis said, there's about, well, 200 or 300 Tamworth fans away to my right. Adam Walker is standing with the skipper, which is Simon Fordick, ready to get us underway, and there we are. And immediately goes back to Neil Cartwright, and Nuneaton playing in their blue and white stripes, white shorts and white socks. Tamworth all in red.
Quite a back-to-front team, so if Nuneaton can get the ball on the ground, that could suit them.
Well, straight away the ball is in the air. The Tamworth fans away to my right, singing their hearts out at the moment. Ball played into the box, and perhaps a great sliding challenge by Gavin Cowan, who's missed 4 games for Nuneaton. He came in brilliantly there and just took the ball off.
A couple of weeks ago when Nuneaton the team were luckily away, but the ground was completely flooded, so that drained in about 48 hours, so it's impressive stuff.
Danny Newton putting the keeper under pressure there, and Breeden just clears it away. He used to wear a floppy hat, I seem to remember, when he was in for Nuneaton, and that's brilliantly charged down by Newton. He's completely fired up, and that's a foul, so free kick right on the edge of the area, and he never gave up on that ball, and that's something that Newton will give you. Free kick then right on the edge of the area, which Adam Walker will take. Danger then this for Tamworth to clear, and Connor Taylor just running around in circles trying to distract his marker. Up comes the ball, it's a good flighted cross, and just comes off a Tamworth defender and out for a corner. It was curling in, it was well flighted. The keeper didn't really make any impression on that, and it's gone out for a corner on the far side. Gone, which Adam Walker has come short for it for some reason. Brings a couple of players out, sets it, curled in. It's a good one, headed by Gordon, and just past the post. And actually, he probably should have done it well. Danny Newton clearly fired up. He would have been playing against Nuneaton, of course, this time last year, around about the Christmas New Year period for Hinckley. As Tamworth get the ball recycled, that goes into Lee Hendry. Looking reasonably fit. Pyramid you go. Let's hope Nuneaton can stay there. Maybe drag Tamworth down into the mix a little bit. They're on a bit of a slide at the moment. The ball played high into the air. Up goes Brown, sort of half wins it. Connor Taylor goes scrunching in, super to get away from his man, which he's done, and just played out to this near side. Taylor is calling for it, but Walker eventually is fouled. He went through 2 or 3 players, couldn't quite get the pass away, but it doesn't matter because he's got a free kick just inside, midway into the Tamworth half. Gazdean misses 1 game, plays the ball in. It's quite heavy, that one, and that'll go out for a goal kick. He was looking for Cowan. I'm just wondering as well, with Cowan back in the side, whether we'll revert to the usual set piece. Fine Cowan. There's a corner. Thought it had gone out for a throw in. Anyway, curled smashed into the box. I'll go out for a Nuneaton goal kick. And, well, it's just started to rain a little bit heavier as well. So I think it's going to be like that on and off all afternoon. Want to guess the crowd, Matt?
1,300 maybe, 1,400. It's a pretty good crowd, especially as actually watching games get quite the same crowds as they used to. With about 48 games on Sky today on 13 different channels. So yeah, pretty good crowd.
Okay, Matt Davis says 13 to 1,400, and I probably wouldn't argue with you there. As Nuneaton win a free kick, Andy Brown was impeded by Regan, and Cartwright will take it. It's 5 yards inside the Tamworth half, so he'll have a look up. He'll no doubt aim for Andy Brown, and he does. Brown will win that one. Well, half wins it now. In comes Forsdick, just loses the ball at the last minute, although I think he might have turned himself up there. If he could have got the ball just under his foot, he would have fancied his chances from there. But ball played up the line. Cowan will chase it down, and well, another terrific tackle by Cowan, and that's 2 he's done. He's given away a corner, but that's 2 he's gone to ground, and his timing's been superb, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, he's not very quick, is he? That's the thing. He was really trying his best to make it on the ground. A big long leg, got a stud on the ball and put it out the corner. I don't think there was any question of a penalty, but it was a really good tackle there because the player was in otherwise.
Kelly, the left footer, will put the ball down and raise his arms, which means it will go far post, curled in and headed away by O'Halloran. Back to Kelly. Kelly curls it in again. Cowan, perhaps if he'd have left that, would have gone out. He didn't get the call, and there's a chance for Henry Matz to put one in. Oh, and it's a super save by Ben McNamara. Thought Henry was looking for the cross, but the danger isn't cleared. Yeah, no, there's another chance, and now, well, it's gone out. But, well, he has his critics, Ben McNamara, but 13 minutes gone, 0-0. Tamworth coming more into it as the game goes on. So, Hendry is very busy, ball long played in and then cleared by Delroy Gordon. It reminded me a little bit of Dartford there next Wednesday evening. Nuneaton fans will take him on in a vocal contest. Difficult to hear the fans from the other end of the ground. Adam Walker does well, plays in Connor Taylor. Taylor, a chance to run at his man, cuts inside and then has a half-hearted shot. He got players in support, and he was on his left foot, and it was a weak effort. Goes all the way through to Breeden, who gives it to Kelly. And now Tommy Wright plays it in. Now Cartwright can just get it away to Walker. Walker's been busy, plays the ball over the top. The flag stays down, and Danny Newton's got a great chance to put Nuneaton in front here. Well, he's taken too many touches, and now well, that's terrible finishing. He was 10 yards through. The flag stayed down. He went one-on-one with the keeper. To Baldock. A nice little back heel. Ball played in long. And over the back and the top of the head of Cummington. And, well, both sides clearly going for it today. No doubt Tamworth have looked at Nuneaton's lowly position and thought, we fancy this. Any club would, looking at a team in the bottom 4, but Nuneaton are doing okay. Scott Barrow gets a round of applause from the Tamworth fans away from my right. It wins a throw-in for Tamworth. Up comes Kelly. I've got those 2 players the wrong way round because Kelly is left back, not left midfield. And Barrow is playing further up the pitch. He's played in right-footed this time. That's going to be 2. Heavy and long for Tommy. Nice little back heel into Hendry. Super by Simon Forsett. Just went to ground on his backside, won the ball cleanly, got up. And now he's played a nice ball out to Adam Walker. Walker up the line to Newton. Newton back to Walker. And Adam Walker certainly has been involved in a lot of the football today. Will he still be at the club at the end of the January transfer window? But Nuneaton give the ball away, and now chance for Barrow to take the ball up the line. Along comes Delroy Gordon, and he'll just...
He's given the ball away there. He's not done anything too flash apart from his shot at goal, but he's an accomplished player who always gets his foot on the ball.
Yeah, look for the head of Cowan, I'm sure. Up it goes. It will be Cowan that jumps. It's up in the air and over the bar. The player plays it into John Adams. Adams wins it, and now Nuneaton are 2-on-2. Good ball by Andy Brown through to Adam Walker. Adam Walker looks up. He's got players in the box already. Taylor and Newton run into the box, but he's missed out there, and Hendry can get Tamworth going again. In goes Andy Brown and wins the ball back off Hendry. Hendry then wins it back off him. Nice little battle there in the middle of the park. And now it's out for a Nuneaton throw in on the halfway line. That's got the crowd going. Good Boxing Day battling football in the middle of midfield there.
Yeah, a couple of tackles flying in. I think Simon Forstick again, who just can do that little insight, can get the crowds going and get the team going. It was a great tackle by Simon Forstick, even though it only ended up in a throw-in for Nuneaton.
That's what you want to see. Good robust football. Well, that's just a little bit robust. And that's a booking. Andy Brown brought down, and that'll dangerous position. Up into the air, it's played quite flat. Well, that's headed over the bar by Lee Hendry. He's holding his arms out. He didn't get a call from anybody. Roy Gordon. And it's a corner kick. Well, played short to Cartwright. Cartwright's first touch, a little bit heavy. Second touch is better. That's a poor ball in, but Cowan wins it. Flicked on. Can Roy Gordon turn? He can't. And now a chance for a break here if Scott Barrow can get Tamworth going again. And that's a poor ball forward. And you can see why they're 15th. And now smashed forward by Ben McNamara out to the far side. One for perhaps Danny Newton to chase down. Ironic cheers by the Nuneaton fans on the far side by the rugby club as he made a complete fluff of that, did Richard Tate, and it's a Nuneaton throw in right opposite me, and I'm level with the edge of the D as Nuneaton attack the right hand side of the ground, the Stuart Plumbing away end, as I would call it. So much easier when we had a cock and bear end, just to say that. We have to now say the Britannia tyres stand. Throw in then to Nuneaton on the far side, which Stephen O'Halloran will take. It's level with the 6-yard box now, so Nuneaton making progress up the pitch. 27 minutes gone, 0-0. Hooked into the box, it's high. Well, Tate looked like he was all over Newton, but nothing given. Played back towards Cartwright. Cartwright just plays the ball the way he's facing, and from the half-wide line, goes all the way back to McNamara, and McNamara smashes it up the pitch, and just a little flick by Andy Brown, doesn't find his man, it's cleared away by Tate. It's, just got a little bit quiet in midfield there as, well, they need to nick it back again. Adam Walker plays it into the space behind the right back, but it's going to go all the way through to Tony Breeden. Well, that was a poor clearance, and had Danny Newton not jumped up into the air, I think he might have intercepted that, but the ball was played along the ground. Now Cowan wins the header, is eventually cleared, and that's good work by Simon Forsdick. Headed on by Andy Brown, flicked through. Connor Taylor on this near side, he's really got to get his head down to keep that in, and he doesn't. What a shame. Up it goes into the air over the top of Ben McNamara, and that's one to be put in, and it is 1-0 Tamworth. And I've got to say, I thought that Ben McNamara should have claimed that. It's a decent corner, floated in. McNamara was under it. Well, I don't know what he was trying to do, whether he was trying to punch it. I think in the end it was. Well, it might have been coming to. I'm not quite sure who the goal scorer is, but he's trotting back. I'm guessing.
They've actually been on top.
Tommy Wright then it was in the end who turned it in. I think the first header was Cunnington, just sort of fell in front of Ben McNamara and poked in. Difficult for us to see from where we are as Nick tried to get straight back into it, but difficult for us on the angle we're on. From we're so far away from where the seats are, but there's no mistake. Tommy Wright is the goal scorer. He only had to poke it in from a yard out. The ball floated in by Lee Hendry, and Ben McNamara, well, he didn't do anything. He should have either punched it or caught it. He attempted a punch from about 2 yards out. Didn't put anything on the ball. It was just a little bit of a scramble there and easily poked in. So Nuneaton behind. Poor goal to give away. They don't deserve to be behind, and now they've got it all to do to get back in. We said that first goal would be important, and it's gone to Tamworth, but it's a goalkeeping error. And, well, the sooner they get Smith back and fit, the better for me, but that's easier said than done. Nuneaton had no luck at all with goalkeepers this season. Collett out injured, Smith now out injured. McNamara already made one great save and then just completely fluffed that. And if he's going to make it at this level, he's really got to get the basics right.
Yeah, it's like the striker who needs about 8 chances to score a goal, but in reverse the goalkeeper, will make some great saves. But if you're going to make a rick out almost every single game, it costs your team a goal, then you're not going to make it. I know he's had trials in football league clubs and he's been training with Leicester and Wolves, but until he cuts out the most basic errors, he's not going to make it even at this level.
So Nuneaton a goal behind. We might well cut to the studio in a second to give an update to our radio listeners. But meanwhile, here on BBC Commentary when it's online, with 35 minutes gone, Nuneaton are losing to that Tommy Wright goal, which he just poked home. Ben McNamara doesn't let it get to him. He has got a pretty steadfast attitude as he launches away for Connor Taylor, but Nuneaton behind. And my prediction at the start of the game was a 2-1 win to Nuneaton. Well, they're going to have to come from a goal behind if they are. Yeah, good afternoon. Sandy Newton does really well to get Adam Walker going. Adam Walker's got a run at goal here, and he's got an overlapping run by O'Halloran. O'Halloran plays it in, and that might just fall for Walker. Just can't get it away, and Tate will play it away. And I suppose you've got to say that's good defending, but Nuneaton showing their intent. They've got to try and get themselves back into this. That's one for Cummington to chase. I don't think he's got the pace to get it. Well, he has. He's done very well, although I think it'll be the Nuneaton defender that gets their first play back to McNamara, and then up for Connor Taylor to just flick on. And it's important that Nuneaton don't concede a second goal for sure. Well, that looked like a little nick by Hendry, free kick given. Meanwhile, I think it was Neil Cartwright that gave away a yellow card. The quality Nuneaton at this level to really compete seriously, but nice little ball played in by Adams. Nice little flick on, and Andy Brown might get there first. Just stretching, and he's given. I think he's entitled to go for that, but he's given away a free kick. Andy Brown just pats the player, which is Tate, on the head. And, well, Newton did well just to play Brown in, and Brown just stretching for that one gives away the free kick. Half-hearted punch, curled in, headed away by Forsdick to Adams. Adams chests it down but loses that, and Kelly will have another chance to play it in. Well, he avoids that one, gives it to Baldock, and that's another corner which Kelly will trot over and get. So more pressure from Tamworth. Their tails are up, having scored that goal after 33 minutes. So yeah, well, I'll put a little bit of pressure on McNamara. I'm surprised they haven't got a player standing in front of him, standing all alone on his goal line. Let's see if he can command his box this time as it comes in. It's whipped in. It's up in the air, and well, Andy Brown is back there. He'll get there first, and he'll just lump it forward. One for Taylor. Taylor, well, Breeden comes off his line a long way. And where is it left-footed? That goes all the way up, and it's bounced out.
He always checks inside. He's a winger who never goes outside his man. I can't even cross the ball.
Well, Ben McNamara punches again, and it's a good punch. It does fall for Adam Walker, but you've got to question why he opts for that punch. He's got his Teflon gloves on today. I mean, why does he do that? That ball was there to be caught, Matt.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, punching like that gets the crowd on his back, and I don't think the crowd should be on his back, because there's no point, getting at your own player, especially when he's a goalkeeper. But just catch the ball. That was an easy catch, and he's punched it. It worked out well as it turned out, but risky tackles.
Well, Hendry's got a chance to. Well, he's had the ball nicked off his foot now. Adam Walker can bring it away for Nuneaton. That's turning defence into attack. Plays a long ball out this time. Well, he looked to go over the head of Kelly to find Taylor, but Kelly did really well. And he looks a useful player, this Kelly. He's everywhere, isn't he? He's left back, but he's playing all over the place.
Yeah, he should have for Tamworth, hasn't he? Connor Taylor's got no change out of the ball, and he takes up the quality of the ball. So we see his name quite often in the paper, so he must be a decent player for them. He's quite small for left back, but I don't think that matters too much anymore.
Yeah, he is. He's a tiny little lad, but he's having a good game. 1 minute has been held up. Tamworth manager just saying, let's keep it steady. Let's take this 1-0 lead into half-time. Tony Breeden running around with the ball in his own area. Watched by Newton, plays it forward. Delroy Gordon wins that header. Played out as a poor loose ball, and one maybe last chance for Nuneaton to come again. Well, he has fallen for O'Halloran in the end. He's gone on that run, and it's played in behind the defender. He's got Breeden coming towards him. He's Tate been pushed there. two hands
okay.
push.
I think Tamworth have played okay. I mean, they don't really deserve to be in front, but I think they need to work the goalkeeper more, don't they? They've forged that one great chance and didn't do anything with it. I've seen them get the ball in great areas in the final third running towards goal, but as so often happens, quality in open play just isn't there, and that's one reason why they scored so few goals at this level.
Second half just about to get underway. Tamworth in the all-red strip will take the kick, kicking towards their own fans in the second half. I'll give you the teams as we go. No substitutions at half-time as the rain comes down and black clouds start to cover the Liberty Way. There we are. We're underway again. Ball played forward. Ben McNamara just managed to catch that one. So he in goal for Nuneaton this afternoon. No Smith, he's injured. And they go across the back. Neil Cartwright on a yellow card at right back. Delroy Gordon, Gavin Cowan and Stephen O'Halloran across the middle. Simon Forsdick, the skipper today. Adam Walker, John Adams and Connor Taylor. And front Danny Newton and Andy Brown. Danny Newton
just not forced the keeper to walk enough. They see that bit of quality in the final third. That's their game. I think there will be goals for them in it because it's been a pretty even game. Unfortunately, mistakes count and they get punished at this level.
Well, that ball was whipped in then by Neil Cartwright, and the defender was pretty smart to get a foot in front of it because Newton was right behind him. Win now as well at Liberty Way. We've had all sorts of conditions this afternoon, including the sun being out for about 10 minutes. There's ball played back to O'Halloran, but he's lost the ball, unfortunately. He's balled back here on Saturday against Alfreton, and you'd have to put that down as another one of those games that you'd expect or hope to win. Some push in there against Cowan. It looked like it was the other way. A little bit of afters. I don't know why Cowan is having a go at the linesman. The linesman's given it.
I think it's because Cunnington gave the linesman the benefit of his opinion there in some quite industrial language, and Cowan shouted out, "Don't let him speak to you like that." Although I'm sure Gavin Cowan's saintly when it comes to speaking to match officials himself.
Well, he just, as he walked past Cunnington, he just gave him a little bit of a what for as well. So that'll be. I'll keep an eye on that one. Already had one suspension this season, Cowan, so we'll have a little look at that one, but they clearly don't like each other today. Interesting battle. Haven't seen much from Cunnington. Ball played forward over the head of Neil Cartwright, and Delroy Gordon comes across and he looks as though he's fully recovered from that groin strain which he picked up against Macclesfield. We know Brownie will flick the ball on with his head for one for York to chase, but also he's good coming in with the ball played into his feet. He's good played in behind him. You know, on his day, he can cause a lot of problems. Well, dear me. Stephen O'Halloran just caught there, and that'll be a yellow card. I thought O'Halloran was asking for that. He seemed to be. Where's York? Comes out to this near side, tries to pick that one up. O'Halloran just watches it and it's a Nuneaton throw. So Nuneaton have that extra injection of pace up front, and certainly Danny Newton is no slouch and he's worked very hard, but whereas York just offers you something slightly different. So Tamworth come away with the ball down this near side. So number 11 Lloyd Kerry, who's also on a yellow card, who just plays it down to Tommy Wright, the goal scorer. Wright gets his head up, plays the ball into the box, it's up into the air, and well, thank goodness it's gone over the bar. It was spinning and curling, and the wind probably planning on an average of 1100, and they've had a couple of 9s, so this takes that average back up. So if they can average 1100 over the full course of the season, they've still got some good games down here. Grimsby will bring a few, Luton will bring a few, Newport will bring a few, so we might be on target at least to break even as Ben McNamara gets us underway. And it's a throw in on the far side, which well I think Andy Brown was going to try and steal 10 or 15 yards. In the end it's gone backwards as Delroy Gordon gives it to Cowan. Cowan has a little look, he's closed down quickly though, he plays it into O'Halloran, and that's just loose and awful. But this is where better sides, you see them come to Liberty Way, you see them play at home and they keep the ball, and they do give the ball away rather sloppily and casually, and that's a case in point now where Tamworth can build again. That overlapping run there, ball just cut out by Cowan, played into the box, it's curling and swirling Players go up, but it'll fall for Forsdick. Forsdick does take a touch, plays it out smartly to John Adams. Adams turns, gives it to Cartwright. And, well, Tamworth are certainly pushing on a lot in this half, really pushing Nuneaton back on the back foot. And, it should be the other way round for me, as the ball is played up and over the top, and that'll run through to Breeden. Well, he can clear that very well. And he's sent it up in the air, but there's a little bit of wind now that's coming from the left, so that held up in the wind. It's behind Tamworth's backs, if anything, looking away to the corner flag, and now an overlapping run. Yards of space to get the ball in, finds his man, he's got his chance to pick his spot as Henry, and he lifts the ball over the bar. Well, I think that just proves my point forward. Well, now chance for Wes York, just gets his head down, but, well, Courtney gets across there to him first, and now Tamworth clear the ball up the pitch. But, just a little sign there that maybe Wes could have come for it. Well, McNamara doesn't get the ball, and it comes off Tommy Wright.
In position to get injured, so he's probably got away with one there.
25 minutes gone in the second half. It's Tamworth have the lead still, 1-0. The ball is just flicked on, and now Breeden comes out and wellies the ball out towards the rugby club. It's a Nuneaton throw in, so side, which Cartwright takes, plays it infield to John Adams. Adams keeps the ball moving infield to Forsdick. Forsdick lets one go long, and oh well, it was just picked up on the line there by Breeden. It was skimming along the surface from Simon Forsdick, and you know, he had a little bit of a bounce. It might have just crept in under the body of the keeper, but he got down smartly and held it. Now John Adams has got the ball, chance to get Nuneaton going again, plays it out to Adam Walker. Game opening up a little bit now. Adam Walker just plays it down the line into, well, it looked like a push there, and he's given a penalty. Yeah, it was played into the box, into the feet of Wes York. Wes York has such a low sense of gravity that he was pushed in the back, and it was definitely a foul, Matt Davis.
Tough like going nowhere. Wes York's about to run the ball out of the way, right in the corner of the box, and Dwayne Courtney just runs straight through him. I think it was a foul. It was a ludicrous foul to give away. Tamworth will protest about it all they want, but if that was at the other end of the Nuneaton playing, I wouldn't have been surprised to see a penalty given there. So what a glorious chance for Nuneaton to get level, and I don't think they really deserve to be the way they played second half.
No, they've been pretty poor. Well, we said, didn't we, that Wes York could get you a penalty. The ball was played in by Adam Walker, who's put the ball on the spot. It'll be him that takes the penalty. It was played into the edge of the box, and just running onto it, was going absolutely nowhere. He got the shove in the back from the Tamworth defender. Down he went. The referee looked and points to the spot. Adam Walker, a chance for Nuneaton to equalise then, as he takes about a 6-yard run up, looks up, Breeden punches the crossbar, both arms raised. Adam Walker looks at the keeper, smashes it. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh dear, he's hit the post, and the Tamworth fans away to my right are loving that, and they just wonder whether it's going to be Nuneaton's day. They've missed the penalty, hit the post. It was, well, another foul off the ball there, was there? And now Tamworth can come away. In goes Cowan. And, oh dear me, and now a chance for Adam Walker maybe to make amends. He's in the area, he plays the ball in. Andy Brown plays it to Wes York. Wes York goes round his man, just tries to get a shot away, and the game has really come to life. Oh dear me, well, it's just not our day as a Nuneaton fan. Adam Walker puts the ball against the post of that penalty. Now Tamworth get a corner at the other end. He's all right, he's had the nod. Kevin Wilkins also looking at his bench. Corner comes in, up goes the ball. Ooh, well, headed past the post as Ben McNamara tried to come for the ball. It is frustrating, but sorry for me, Kevin Wilkins has got to do some work in this January transfer window, Matt.
I think he does. I think he knows that there's an extra he can though. There are so many players on contracts that they don't really want here anymore because they're all out on loan. So unless he can ship some out, he can't get some in. I think they've got players who are good enough to play at this level. I just don't think they've got enough of them. That's the trouble. And so unless they can find some more in a short space of time, it's going to be a long season. like we say, the fixtures in the second half are easier. It's just a question whether they can keep their heads up and grind out enough points to somehow stay in this division, because the younger players will be better next season for this level.
Well, certainly Nuneaton are getting wiser to this level, that's for sure. There's a chance now to break down the right through Connor Taylor. He's got his head down, and can he take his man on while he's checked his run? Now he's gone inside, and a chance to cross the ball. It's a good one, but headed away by Courtney. It'll fall again though for Adam Walker, who's already missed his penalty. Now it's a break for Tommy Wright, can get them going again as Simon Fawcett just tries to get inside him there. Ball played all the way across the pitch, and well, Cartwright should have got to that first, but he laboured under that, and Boro now comes forward. Plays the ball into the feet of Cummington. Cunnington, can he turn? Still got his back to goal. Plays it to Gary. Curling shot. Well, that's gone well wide.
There's someone out of this league. There's someone out of this league. I don't think you want to get too despondent because it's only 1-0. I think it's yet again, it's these fine lines. I mean, missing opportunities is frustrating. Being outclassed is disappointing, but missing opportunities is frustrating, and that's what they keep doing. Well,
there you go. Still 1-0. Half an hour gone, just over in the second half, so we're on the countdown clock really. What, we've got 13 minutes left as the ball is curled in, and oh well, just eluded everybody, bounced, and went past the post, and Ben McNamara was beaten on that one again. Well, they haven't played well. They have had two really decent chances. They could so easily be 2-1 up. Danny Newton in the first half, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and a penalty which Adam Walker has struck against the post as Tony Breeden comes right out to the edge of his area under pressure from Wes York. And well, Wes York, when he's been on the pitch, has always managed to do something for Nuneaton, whether it be win some free kicks or, as he did today, win a penalty. So let's keep it going towards him as Cowan just plays it in short for Simon Forsdale. Had a good game, the skipper. Played up the line to Adam Walker. Adam Walker then just keeps it going wide to Wes York. Wes York on his right foot plays the ball in. Just bounces in front of the keeper as he puts both hands round it and keeps it in his chest. Tony Breeden not really had a serious save to make. He was nowhere near the penalty, but it struck the post. And Tamworth survived. Ball played through. Oh, that looked like another... Well, dear me. I thought perhaps Cunnington was being held there, but the free kick has been given against him. And Tamworth fans outraged at that one, but the free kick has been given against Cunnington, but I thought he was being held.
Possibly. I think it was half 6-1, half dozen the other. I don't think there was anything in it, and there probably should have just waved play on and given it the other way. It was unusual. I see it. I think Cunnington was fouling Cowan, but I don't think that was a penalty personally.
Ball played forward, which Cowan just chases, and then who's forward left-footed. No challenge, but there is now from Andy Brown, and then neatly flicked over his head by Tate. Now Cunnington just plays it into Lee Henry down in front of us, and he can cut into the box and get his head up, have a look what options he's got, plays it against the feet of Forsyth, wins the ball back, plays the ball into the box, it comes out to the edge of the area, the strike will come in. Well, Nuneaton just about survive again and clearing up the pitch, but Wes York was slow to pick that one up, and that's Regan who comes forward as he fouled there. He is. I think Delroy Gordon there will get a yellow card. Substitution made, and it's Tom James on for Adam Walker, who missed that penalty. Connor Taylor is now trotting off, and James Armson is on. And the first work they're going to have to do is defend this free kick. It's about 25, 30 yards out. Lee Henry is standing over it, as is the fullback Marcus Kelly. Kelly flicks it up. Oh, and a smart save. Well done, Ben McNamara. It was definitely dropping into the top corner of the net, and he got across and just pushed it over the bar. So decent save from that free kick by Ben McNamara. Next to go, Hendry. Just right there. Similar to the one that scored from. Again, Ben McNamara tries to punch, and even though he can clear the line, so James Armson's first touch is to clear it as far as Wes York. Wes York coming across the halfway line. Oh dear, his touch was dreadful. It rolls off his foot now for a throw-in, and big cheers from the Tamworth fans. They're loving this. And they need to have a chance for revenge if that's what they need to have next Wednesday in the return fixture. At the moment, Nuneaton are looking at a defeat, losing 1-0 as they are. Great chance to get themselves back into it. That penalty missed by Walker, who's now gone off the pitch. Tom James is on. He'll add a little bit of width on this left-hand side. And, the message will be to Andy Brown is play down the middle. Tom James has come inside for the ball. Nice little pass away to John Adams. Played against Adams there as Kelly plays it back to Breeden. Breeden slips as he kicks it but makes contact. Played through Cowan. Nice head back towards Ben McNamara. McNamara puts the ball down, and it's all getting a little bit more urgent from Nuneaton as they enter the last 6 or 7 minutes of the game. Played forward. York heads it down to James. And then York plays it into the feet of the keeper. Played back in. Chance for the head. Andy Brown scores! Andy Brown's header into the corner of the net. Past the outstretched hands. Here he goes to ground, and everybody slides in front of the Nuneaton fans. It's Nuneaton 1, Tamworth 1, and a lovely planted header. Great cross back into the box, and Nuneaton are left an equaliser. It was a chance that Wes York just played it against the keeper's legs. Ball came back out. O'Halloran it was who floated it in, and Andy Brown, super planted header. And Cowan has a free kick on the edge of the penalty area. 1-1 then. 5 minutes to go, but Matt, you can't emphasise what a good header that was, because, you know, he had to put some direction on it. He certainly had to get some power into it. You know, it was a tough angle, and he's pushed it with his head almost into the corner of the net.
Yeah, the ball wasn't. It was a decent ball, but it wasn't a great ball. There wasn't much pace in it. It wasn't where you had to, glance the ball. He had to generate the power himself, and he's such a good header in the ball. I didn't think he could score from there, but he has done.
Well, Ben McNamara comes off his line to clear that one away as Cunnington was charging down, and now at 1-1 it's going to be a frantic last few minutes as the ball comes out to this near side. O'Halloran, who provided that cross, jumps, misses it, which is probably a good thing because he's now won the throw in. 5 yards in. Let's see if either side can go on and win this game. Nuneaton haven't played that well in the second half, but they have improved in short spells as John Adams plays the ball out to Cartwright. Cartwright takes a touch, then looks inside and then plays it into Wes York on the halfway line. York out to Armson on as a sub. He plays it up the line, but it's gone out for a throw into Tamworth. So I can expect a frantic few minutes, and now a substitution for Tamworth. So Andy Brown, 10 goals for the season. He's got Nuneaton level with about 4 minutes left, and Nuneaton can come again. Ball played into Tom James in the middle of the park, and he's running straight towards goal. And he gets it in on his right foot, does he? And he's played it. Nice little ball out to the far side where Andy Brown is. Andy Brown comes in, plays it inside. Well, it was James Armson, I beg your pardon, on that far side. Now Cowan just takes a nice little touch, plays it back to Gordon. It was James Armson on the far side. It wasn't Andy Brown. Played over the head, no, didn't quite run for Tom James. Tom James just couldn't get his shot away, got himself in a decent position. Breeden just took too long over that one, and now Nuneaton can come again. Ball played into the box, maybe. Yeah, cross comes in. Handball is the call. Penalty, yes, another penalty to Nuneaton. The flag goes across the chest of the linesman. It's the linesman who's good, isn't it? I think it was James Armson who played the crossing and played it against the arm of the Tamworth defender, and a yellow card as the protests come in. I think it was, well, I don't know who's got the yellow card for Tamworth. Well, you don't want to leave this game early. Nuneaton, with 2 minutes left on the clock, have another penalty, and Adam Walker, who missed the first one, is off the pitch. So let's see who will take this. It'll be James Armson, of course, who is traditionally Nuneaton's penalty taker. Well, well, well. Boxing Day drama here at Liberty Way. James Armson is juggling the ball with his back to goal, waiting for the referee to just clear up the melee of Tamworth players that have surrounded him, and particularly the linesman. It was the linesman that gave it. His flag went across his chest. Handball given, and well, James Armson. You'll hear a big scream from the Nuneaton fans If he scores, he traditionally stands with his back to goal, turns, faces Breeden, smashes it into the net, and Nuneaton are 2-1 up with about 2 minutes remaining. They've come from a goal down here at Liberty Way, and the fans go wild away to my left, and silence from the Tamworth fans away to my right as James Armstrong honours a substitution, punches the air, stands in front of the Britannia Tyres stand, takes the applause from the Nuneaton fans, and all they've got to do now, Nuneaton, is hold on to this lead for the last. Probably imagine. The other substitution is Jake Healy. Didn't see who went off. I don't care. Tamworth come ball forward, and it's gone out for a goal kick. And well, as far as I can see, there's 30 seconds remaining, and the board. Did the board go up there, Matt? I haven't seen. It's well, we've had more crammed into the last 5 minutes than we have in the whole of the second half. Missed a penalty, Nuneaton on 70, but they've scored one. What was it? 88 minutes, something like that. We'll give it. It's James Armstrong. Slots that one away. Nuneaton need to survive. The 45 minutes is up. The board will be held up. There's been a few substitutions, so I'm expecting 3 or 4 minutes, I'm sure. Ball headed into the box. Nuneaton try and get it away. And ball cry that time as well. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. The big red number held up as Nuneaton have to survive again now as Tamworth come forward looking for an equaliser, and we've seen Nuneaton give goals away in the last few minutes before as Stephen O'Halloran intercepts that one, and now Wes York can break over the halfway line. Where's he going to go with this? Play it in, son. There's a chance for a third maybe. I thought Nuneaton should have gone for that. Well, Wes York has now picked up the return on the edge of the area. Is he going to try and slow it down? He's going to try and slow it down, but I thought Nuneaton had a chance to take the ball into the box then, but he's actually won a throw in. Well, astonishing stuff here as Nuneaton lead 2-1. Boro it was that went off. And Lloyd Kerry was the other one. Jake Healy on for Tamworth, and Peter Tell. All happened straight after the penalty, that double substitution. Nuneaton have a throw in on the far side. We're going to count the clock down. They've had about a minute of the 5 that have been added on. It's going to be slow, painstaking stuff here at Liberty Way as Nuneaton are in the corner, but Tamworth clear the lines and they'll come away with the ball now. Legs are all pumping as the ball played through the middle. Delroy Gordon comes across to try and cut that down as a player steaming into the box, and that's a corner. So more defending for Nuneaton. No one's leaving the ground early at all. The gates are open, but you don't want to leave this one. Tense moments. We've seen what Tamworth can do from corners. They scored from one. It's important that Nuneaton get this one away. In comes the ball, floated high, crossed down, and now Nuneaton can break through. John Adams. Adams just needs to get his head up and just smash it forward, but he's decided to take it. Well, now he's put it forward, and well, it's gone all the way through to Breeden. Breeden smashes it forward. Oh, this is going to be a mad panic. Nuneaton have come from a goal down to lead 2-1 here at Liberty Way. We're in stoppage time, but Nuneaton are having some defending to do. Well, they can come away with it again now. James Arson just plays it into Wes York. Wes York will take it into the corner flag, but if I was him, I'd go for goal, son. Oh, well, he's tackled too easily for me, and now Tamworth can come again. 3 minutes left. Offside by a mile, surely, referee! And a chance for Tamworth to grab it at the death. Oh, and he's pushed it past the post. Well, goal kick. Well, if Newton's was a bad miss, that's a worse one for Tamworth. Unbelievable. It was a mile offside.
It looks mild offside. It's really Hendry. The defence is just that's it. Hendry, I don't know what he's doing. He's stopped, got his head up, and just dragged it wide. I mean, if he's got an England cap to finish like that, unbelievable. That's not players. I'm just convinced he's going in. He's lighted up. It was such a miss. Unbelievable. 2 minutes to go, stoppage time.
Well, it was a mile offside. Gosh, and he found himself just standing in front of Ben McNamara and just slid the ball past the post as The ball goes in the air, and now Nuneaton try and clear again, and it's going to go down the line. Breeden will come off his line and kick it forward. He keeps it in, and now tension. Oh, the ball comes in, and now McNamara will just get hold of the ball, son. Get hold of it, hold it. Referee looks at his watch, and by my reckoning, we're in the last minute of added time. And if Nuneaton can steal all 3 points here, having come from a goal down, it will be a fantastic result as Tom James just keep hold of the ball. James gives it back to O'Halloran on the halfway line. O'Halloran plays it into Andy Brown. Andy Brown chests it down brilliantly. Take it into the corner flag, my son. No, he gives it to Tom James. James gives it back to Andy Brown. Andy Brown will just stand on the ball by the corner flag, rolls the ball under his foot. Yes, that's a throw-in. Which way is the referee going to give that one? Giving it to Nuneaton. So they'll just count in the seconds down here from Nuneaton. Would be a famous victory if they can just hold on as Andy Brown breaks free, takes the ball into the box. Right, breaks free to James Armstrong. Armstrong will probably go out to the far side into the corner flag. Just looking for support, but no one's come up to support him just yet. Has he won a... Yes, no? It's a throw into Tamworth. Referee looks at his watch again. Get the ball back into the centre midfield. Yes, it! Nuneaton have all 3 points and the bragging rights have come from a goal down to win this game 2-1 here at Liberty Way. Sensational last 5 minutes. Having missed a penalty, they got themselves back in it on 85 through Andy Brown's superb header planted into the corner of the net. And on 88 minutes, James Armstrong scores from the penalty spot to give Nuneaton all 3 points, and yellow cards being bandied around at the death as players surround the referee, clearly unhappy at that penalty decision. It was handball, I think, was given by the linesman. The flag went across his chest. There were at least 3 players who went to ground as the ball was smashed in by James Armstrong. The cross hit the arm of one of those Tamworth players. The referee gave the penalty, having seen the flag go across the chest of the linesman. Result penalty, result goal. Well, there you have it at Liberty Way. Fantastic in the end. I mean, they've gone a little bit dead in the second half, but Nuneaton have won it, having gone a goal down on 33 minutes through Tommy Wright. They've come back with goals through Andy Brown and James Arms' penalty to win the Boxing Day fixture. It's finished at Liberty Way. Nuneaton 2, Tamworth 1.